Okay, so today I'm going to continue giving you some extra practice, and we're going to do asking for and given directions, but today we are going to go over a different aspect of asking for and given directions, and we're also going to be completing the rest of the exercises on on the PDF on Cami, okay? Así que vámonos a Canvas, vámonos a la sección de asking for and given directions. Y vamos aquí, vas a ver otro video mismo que te pedí que vieras en el video anterior. Así que vamos a abrirlo porque vamos a descubrir un aspecto diferente de esta clase. Vamos a estudiar indirect questions. So let's watch the video.
How can I get to public library? Now, who are you asking these questions to? Strangers on the street, right? So you might want to be very polite. In this case, you can start your questions with, "Can you tell me?" or "Do you know?" However, when you use these phrases at the beginning of your questions, the question structure has to change. These are called indirect questions and are very polite. How can you make indirect questions? Let me show you. Look at this question. Where is the Rockefeller Center? I want to make it more polite, so I start with, "Do you know?" When I start with "Do you know?", I have to change something in the main question. But what? I have to change the place of my auxiliary verb and the subject of the question. What is the auxiliary here? Is. And what is the subject of the question? Rockefeller Center. So let's change the place. Do you know where the Rockefeller Center is? Now this is a very polite question. So you could either say, "Where is the Rockefeller Center?" or be more polite and say, "Do you know where the Rockefeller Center is?" Let me show you another example. Look at the question. How can I get to public library? I can make it more polite by saying, "Can you tell me?" But what should I do with the main question? Take the auxiliary verb and the subject of the question and then swap the location. What is the auxiliary? Can. And what is the subject? I. So you can say, "Can you tell me how I can get to public library?" So you could either say, "How can I get to public library?"
Ok, bueno, vamos a verlo ahí. Ahora, tenemos aquí la siguiente pregunta. Can you tell me how I can get to the public library? How I can get to the public library. ¿Por qué? Porque en sí tenemos dos preguntas en una. Tenemos can you tell me y tenemos how can I get to the public library. So this is question 1 and this is question 2. Can you tell me and how can I get to the public library? Estas preguntas generalmente, como ya escuchaste, se hacen para sonar más amables, para sonar más educados. Entonces, nuestro orden o el orden de la pregunta tiene que cambiar. Can you tell me how I can get to the public library? Can you tell me how I can get? Okay, en lugar de que sea how can I get. Entonces, eso sería lo más apropiado. So that would be an indirect question. Can you tell me how I can get to the public library? Ahora, lo que quiero que hagas es, vámonos a Telegram. Y ahí te compartí, en el video pasado, te compartí un enlace de Cami. So let's open it on Cami. Y ahí tienes, aquí en la segunda página, so we have a map. And you have a few questions that you have to answer. So this one time, I want you to record and send 5 questions on Telegram using indirect questions and asking about places in the second picture. Ahora, tú vas a hacer 5 preguntas, pero usando indirect questions, o sea, de esta manera. Puedes decir, do you know where... Y preguntando sobre la ubicación de algunos lugares. Por ejemplo, do you know where the gas station is? Or do you know how I can get to the grocery store from the park. Okay? So I want you to ask 5 questions and I want you to send them on Telegram using Indirect questions. Y ahora, ya para terminar, puedes regresar a la misma lección, asking for given directions. Y vámonos a Cami de nuevo. Y vamos a terminar el PDF que ya habíamos empezado la clase pasada. Ahora toca esto. Dice, Rob is late again. El video se encuentra aquí. Rob is late again. Para que lo veas y para que completes esta actividad. So, exercise A, B, and C. Okay? So, that will be it for this video and for this lesson. If you have any questions, you can ask me. So, you can text me on WhatsApp and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have.